Morning. Ah, shit. I'm in, God dang it. I'm in, uh, I'm in gold short, but damn it. I think it's going to come back and take me out. Yeah, it did. I was in this short right here off the bottom of the box. And I was starting the live stream. My ATM put me at break even. I wouldn't have done that. I would have still had my stop up here. Damn it. I wasn't, it went down far enough while I was starting the live stream that that my ATM kicked me into break even, and I fucking god dang it, because I never would have moved my seeing this pattern because we went down and we've created this space here. I would have anticipated the 9 EMA to help me. God dang it, fuck. Well, I was in it when I freaking turned the screen on. I was trying to get $1,000 out of it, and reality of it is it may turn out to be a big one because the only target below this box really is the prior day low. I mean, it may roll down and be a big one. You're still in, Earl? God, good for you, man. My fucking ATM. I'm sorry. I would see. I'd be protecting this candle right here, right now. This red one right here. That's the one I'd be protecting because it's the one that's been broken through the bottom. So I'd have my stop here if my ATM hadn't kicked me in. Ah, shit. It must have gone over $400 or my ATM wouldn't have kicked in because my ATM kicks to break even at $400. Must have been $400. Let me see here. 6.5. Oh yeah, $400. Ah, dang it. Oh well. Well, unfortunately, I'm not in this anymore. If I was, when this candle right here gets broken to the downside, that's when I'd move my stop to here. But as of right now, I'd still have my stop here because it's the only down candle that's been broken by another candle. So this is the one to defend right here. So I'd be right here. And as soon as this candle right here gets broken to the downside, I'd have my stop here. Or yeah, I need this candle right here to be broken. No, it's not over yet. It's over for me. It's over for me because I took my eye off my chart to start the live stream. God dang it. Jesus, I can't believe that. Oh, Jesus, that's terrible. Here it gets ready to go. Shoot. What a bummer. Good morning, Edwin. And Nikki up there? Yeah. Morning, Tech Review. Nikki, yeah, just FYI. FYI. I don't trade gold unless you got a bankroll and a way to get out of losses. Because I mean, I can certainly stack up some losses trading gold. I mean, easily I can stack up a couple to $300 in a row type losses. But when you get in the right rotation, like say this one, boom, and what happens is gold has a tendency to reach a breaking point and then it just say collapses or it reaches a breaking point and it just runs. And when it does that, that's when you need to have your target out there waiting to catch it. Man, I'm frustrated now. And it's doing exactly what it should be doing. Now I'd have my stop right here now because we've broken through the bottom of this long candle up. So my stop would be right here right now. But it's doing the classic thing that gold does before it spikes. Yep, there it goes. See, it's starting to spike now. It's just the classic. It's personality. You got, like I talk about, you got to learn the personality of the instrument you're trading. Gold has a tendency to just kind of sit there, and then it goes. Needs to break through these up pivots, that's for sure. My target was somewhere. My target was right about here. But depending on how we would have gotten here, get down to here, for example, the more time it takes to do it, ironically, this is the weird part. The thing about gold, the longer it takes to get to, say, here, the more likely I am to move my target further. It's kind of a crazy thing because it's the end like this. It's the end that spikes. It's the end of the move that spikes. I can't now because I'm chasing it, Nikki. It's just there hasn't been a setup for it. So like for example, a 1 minute gold line, for example, ever since we've left the train station here, there has not been a setup. Like, because this push down, then back up into the 1 minute gold line was not deeper. The push down was not deeper than this push up. So I don't have a reason to get in more. And I'm very particular about gold, about getting in on the beginning of rotations, because it's the stuff in the middle where they just crisscross that they'll steal your money until they finally make the move. So now I'd have my stop right here. We're right at these freaking dots. Right at these freaking dots, man. We need to bust these dots. We need price to bust these dots. I think we just did it with that candle right there. I think we just ended the sequence. I think we did. We just ended the sequence of these dots. So we've broken this pivot right here, which is a good sign for those that are still in it short. But Nikki, if it had rolled down and then back up into the red line, I would have taken the short. But I'm not going to take one off the 9 EMA. I'm just not going to do it because we haven't created a broken pivot yet. Now we've created a broken pivot, but it's just too much congestion right there. Man, that sucks. I should be in this thing. Up about $400 right now, maybe $500. Which could all be zero. Just keep that in mind. Even though I'd be, say, up $500, it all could be zero in a flick of a light, because I was, remember I was down here looking for at least $1,000. You could all be zero in a flick of a light. Morning, Nadine. NQ Wild today back in long at now at yeah, the NQ. I've said this before, Texas futures trader. If it wasn't for the NQ, now I mean I wait for it to do more than this kind of shit. But if it wasn't for the NQ, man, I'd have had a rough June. If it wasn't for the NQ, especially in the afternoons, I would have had a rough June. I was in this red line short here in the NQ. I did take that because we had crossed over, didn't quite get it there, came down, boom, low, straight into the red line. There we go. But I didn't make any money on it because I was playing it. I was playing it to rotate back down to here. So now, Nikki, if I was in this trade still, okay, if I was in this trade, once this got broken and we rolled up and this pivot did not break this pivot. So let me point these things out to you right here. This pivot right here, which pushed this price to this low, was not broken by this roll up here. I would add a contract right there. Seriously, I'd add a contract right there. So I'd be in 2 right now, and I'd be defending the top of this candle. It's not looking very promising, though. Jesus. One of the problems we have right now is in 3 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm not going to do an initial entry there. See, there you go. I wouldn't have done an initial entry there because I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to risk losing, $300 or whatever. But if I'm in profit and I see a rotation where pivots get broken, then that's where I add contracts. That obviously all the stops got cleaned out on that trade. Yeah, so I guess in the long run, I'm fortunate. I'm not fortunate. I just wouldn't have lost any money. In the long run, I didn't lose any money. The trade didn't pan out to what I wanted it to do. So I guess that's not so bad for me, I guess. It did go for, down to this initial pivot, which is what I tell people to trade if they're using prop firms and stuff, is to make sure you can go from here to here as your target. And that would be, that was over $500. So oil's going to open in a minute and 20 seconds. So I'm going to want to be careful here. No, I did not, Snow. I didn't see an entry. I haven't had a valid entry until here off that static line. 839 candle. Unless I was not paying attention. Well, see, keep in mind. Okay, so keep in mind. Unless I was not paying attention, Snow, I didn't see the price action do. Because, see, none of these candles here, see this one, or this one, none of them had tested the top of the bottom of the box yet. So if we rolled up through then down, we never had an entry. And that's the way I remember it, sitting here watching it live. We never had an entry. Because this was the first candle right here. This 839 candle, that's the first candle to touch the top of the bottom of the box. Well, none of the candles after it broke long until we created this space right here, which now tells us to go short, which obviously we did go short. Yeah, and I don't look at the minis, and I don't recommend paying attention to the minis for your entries, because it's the micros is whatever the hell, you know what I'm not this. Yeah, I always recommend you look at this, because this is the one that drives the market. The partial contracts just go with it. They'll give you bad signals. They'll give you a bad box. That'll give you a bad box. It'll give you bad signals. And this is the one that drives the actual direction. And I should be short right freaking here, and I'm not. I should be short right here, and I'm not. God dang it. It's too late. I should have been short right here. All right, hold on. Maybe I can get back in. There we go. We'll see if it does it. All right, I'm in. I'm in again. Go, go, go. Come on, gold, go down. Quit being stupid. Okay, let's go. All right, maybe we'll get that $1,000 move now. Man, NQ is crashing over here to my right. Come on, oil. Come on, gold. Jesus, fucking get my instruments all screwed up here. Come on, gold. Do what the NQ's doing. Collapse. Oh, Jesus. Fuck it. Anyways, yeah, I don't. It's so to trade this strategy right here without the same contract as the lead contracts is tough, because the stuff doesn't match up. And this is going to double top. Look at this. Watch this. This is going to double top. This is kind of bullshit gold has been doing lately. It's going to double top after running up here. Well, I mean, you got to defend from here to here. I mean, I took $170 loss, not a freaking $400 loss. All right, I'm going to go back and look at, hold on here. I'm going to come over here and pay attention to the NQ, because it is moving like a beast. It is absolutely ripping. So right now with the NQ, if it holds north of this pivot right here, we have a potential for a 5-minute gold line long. I will take that in the pre-market. The YM is in the exact same position as the NQ, which is a good sign right here. They're both exactly, literally spit an image of each other. So we just need price to stop collapsing down. Man, that's not very promising. This candle way down here. I'm gonna pass on this for now. I'm gonna pass on this. Shit. It's probably gonna run up. What are we doing here? Well, it looks like it's going to work. I took the trade in the YM. Oh my God. I took the trade in the YM instead. I just have more confidence in it. I mean, these candles are acting all kind of stupid for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. Why is the candles acting stupid? All right, there we go. Come on. So I'm in the YM version right here of the exact same trade. I just felt more comfortable with it. I mean, hell, I'm not risking a lot of money either with the YM. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go up. The RTY did the same trade at the same time. See that? This is what I'm watching also. These same trade at the same time that the NQ did and the YM did. So we just need everybody to kind of gather together and work as a team. Work as a team. Let's go. Come on, work as a team. You need everybody to gather together and work as a team. Everybody should know the RTY one's going to work better than the YM one. Why? Because I'm in the YM one. That's exactly why. Come on, YM. What the hell? Come on, you want to do this. I know you do. I see it in your eyes. I see it in your eyes. Come on. There you go. Come on. Go, go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, what did I tell you about the RTY? This one works better because I'm not in it. Because I'm not in it. That one's off and running. Oh, come on. Come on, YM. Let's go. Put some money in my pocket. Come on, baby. Come on. Man, that RTY just off and I mean, I would have already hit my target with the RTY. The YM, I'm halfway freaking there. Come on, man. Oh, my aching ass. Move. The bad part about me dragging my charts around is now I can't see. I'm actually trading blind right now because I can't see my ES and my NQ chart. All I can see is my RTY chart. So I don't know what's going on with those two. They may be causing this pullback. I don't know. That's what happens when I drag these charts around. See, I don't know if I should be able to let this thing sit. Oh, it took out one of my contracts. I took out one of my contracts. Yeah, they came back and cleaned out stops. Come on. Why are you doing this? Go up. I wish I wasn't blind to the NQ and the NQ and the ES right now. I am. I'm completely blind. They're behind my freaking screen because there's where I should have added some contracts right there. Come on, go. Yeah, go, 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 go. There you go. Now go. There you go. Go. Come on, go. There you go. Come on, baby, go. So remember, this is what I'm looking at over here. So I see this pivot area get broken, pull back to the 1 minute gold line. Hence, I had confidence to add contracts over here. All right. Now I just need this damn thing to move. There you go. Now go. Come on. Come on. I got to admit, the RTY is faltering right now. Yeah, it is. It needs a little energy. Come on, RTY, move up. The RTY is faltering over here to my left. I can kind of see the NQ over here. All right, if this thing could start running, I'm going to defend the back of this candle. Come on, go. Go, go, come on. We have a big pivot area to our left. Does everybody see it? It's right here. So we got a big pivot area right here that we got to breach to get to our target, which could get pretty dicey. The NQ's rolling up. I see that. I just need this thing to move now. Move. Come on, baby, move. Come on. What the? Go. Okay, we got to get through that pivot. Come on. Let's get through that pivot. I can see the NQs rolling up. I just can't see the actual chart. I can see the candle to my right here. Come on. Freaking move. Go, 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 IM. Go. Go. Break that freaking pivot. There you go. Now go. Now, okay, we just touched it. All right, go through it. There you go. Now go. Go. Go, 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 go. Damn it. I can't see. Go. There you go. Now go. Now go. There you go. Now go. All right, I'm going to put my stop here. Come on, let's go. I think we're going to get knocked out for about $500, 450 bucks. Yeah, 400 bucks. All right. Damn, just freaking. When I drag this chart down, I can't see what's going on here. And I really need to see what's going on down here with these two instruments. Because here's what I'm looking at with my RTY. Remember I kept saying the RTY gave up? This is what I'm looking at. So I don't know if these other two are helping me or not. I kind of felt like I was trading blind there for a minute. Yeah, I kind of felt like I was trading blind there for a minute. I just, yeah, there it goes. Fuck, I'd have hit all my targets. Damn it. The only chart I could see was the RTY. That's the only one I could actually see. And I could randomly see a candle to my right. But I had no idea what the ES was doing. All right, anyways, well, I made money. I made some money. I guess that's what matters. Fuck, I should have made about 450, 150. Should have made about $650. But instead I made about 430. It's all right. It's all right. Who the fuck keeps slamming the door in my garage? You took the RTY? Yeah, the RTY came out of the box a lot better than the YM, but then it just would you stop slamming the door? But then the RTY gave up a lot earlier than the YM. And this is what made me nervous, made me squeeze my stop. But the RTY came out of the gate better than the YM did on that trade. Came out of the gate much better. In the NQ trade, the one I was going to take worked perfectly. I mean, I would have made a lot more money on this one. But anyways, the irony is I had 3 instruments, RTY, YM, NQ, all set up for the exact same trade at the exact same time. That's where the confidence came in to just let it go. Get in it and let it go. You had 5-minute gold line perfectly off the current day high in the RTY. You had a 5-minute gold line off the current day high in the NQ, and you had the YM 5-minute gold line off of the recent high. I mean, it was like, what the hell? And this was the one I was going to take, and then it scared me out because this candle got so low. So I went with the YM one. Anyways. Yeah, now I will show you this typical NQ. So let's look at the NQ. This is the kind of stuff with the NQ. You know, it runs up, then back down. Then it runs up, makes you think you're going to make a whole bunch of money, comes back down, cleans out the stops. So they cleaned out the stops twice on that trade. The NQ did. Anyways, what a beautiful, look at these. Look at this. So yeah, that 5-minute gold line became a perfect rotation spot for all 3 of those instruments. And all 3 of them, well, the YM has gone back to its high, which is which when you're taking a 5-minute gold line or a 5-minute red line, the swing trade is to get back to the high that brought the pivot to the line. Okay, and see how it's rolling over right here? I want you guys to see this. And then the same thing right here. So your target, the target that the big traders use, the 5-minute candle traders, because remember, this is a 5-minute moving average. This is a 5-minute moving average. We're just trying to sneak in early to get them. And then when they finally do break to a 5-minute trader, which is right in here, their target is right here. And that's where it rolled over. See that? And the ES did the same thing. but the ES did not come off the 5-minute gold line, but it went to the recent high and then rotated over. That's just to kind of show you what are generally your targets and what generally is the thought process of why the market rolls over here. I am going to freaking shoot somebody. All right, let's see here. What we got going on? Yeah, it's like, I mean, in the background, I'm just hearing bam, bam, bam. It's like, Jesus. All right, so now now I'm going to stay away from any equity market trades because we're getting too close to the open. But here's a cool thing to see, okay? Here's a cool thing to see. Pre-market, right? We're in the pre-market. Same thing with later day trading. So this is a very good time just to talk about this while we're waiting for the market and all that stuff. So I hyper focus on 5-minute gold line, 5-minute red line setups, predominantly 5-minute red line setups. Those are the best, specifically in the afternoon. They're good in the morning too. I took this one here and I took this one here in the NQ. I took this one here in the YM. Okay. Those are the 2 equity trades I've taken today. That's it. Because we're in the pre-market. I'm looking for 5-minute moving average trades. In the afternoon, same thing. 5-minute moving average trades and static lines. I'll also take static lines pre-market too. But anyways, that's it. I mean, that's all I'm looking for. I don't care about 1-minute gold lines. I don't care about 1-minute gold lines. And this is why. This is exactly why right here. Bing, bing. Because that's where real money's made. So in the afternoons with the NQ, for example, that's why in the afternoons, man, it's like shooting fish in a barrel with the NQ. Bam, there you go. Bam, there you go. I mean, it's like shooting fish in a barrel in the afternoons. But you got to be patient because they take a long, they don't set up so easily. They take a while. But this man, I mean, God dang, just look. When I talk about, and here's the key thing to pick up from what I'm laying down right here, okay? Even though this is pre-market, this is deliberate. This is violent. Okay? This was all intentional. This is telling you the sharks are in the tank. They're going to clean out the stops and run it back up. How do you think these guys make money when the market 80% of the time consolidates? Because they have to force it one direction and then force it another, because it isn't going to go somewhere new. We're still inside yesterday's range, for example. So if you're just, if you're trading, a month or a week, you're not making any money today. Still in the NQ, you're not making any money because we're not creating new highs yet. But if you're a daily trader, you just stole a bunch of money. Now the guy that's held it for over a day is starting to make money. He just started making money right there. All right, so market opens in about 4 minutes. Could get really hairy-carry. I have not shown oil. Oil created a good size box. For oil, man, that's a pretty decent box. Shit, that's like $800 contract across the box. A little bit more than that. Probably about $850. But it hasn't done a damn thing since the box got formed. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Oil has just gone to sleep. Gold has been moving around, but it has yet to give me a setup. It blew right through the bottom of the box. So it never tested the top for a roll up. So I mean, I'm just sitting here, right? Nothing for me to do. I'm not going to get caught up in the insanity of gold until it shows me a reason. Not when I can sit here and take trades in the YM or the NQ or the ES or whatever, and actually have them perform properly. By the way, the RTY did finally from here to here hit its target. Just it was the slowest one of the four, which is kind of crazy because out of the box it was definitely the smoothest one. It was the smoothest one out of the box, without a doubt. Smoothest one out of the box, without a doubt. I wish I had taken the NQ trade, though. I really wish I had done that. But that's okay. The YM made me some money. YM has been, I'm telling you, for those of you prop firm trading, the YM has just been really good lately in terms of like predictable swings and rotations in the morning. I haven't been paying attention to it in the afternoon, so I don't know. My thought process is it probably slows down too much in the afternoon to actually make money. Which, by the way, is one of the reasons the NQ kind of seems like has been a good instrument for me to trade in the afternoons, because it's slowing down means it's easier to trade. If I'm making sense. But in the mornings, the YM, meaning like after the market opens and you get past like 9:45, whatever, the YM has been really, really nice, very consistent. It has been surprisingly rewarding for me to trade. I don't trade it a lot. That might be the second trade I've taken in the YM this week. I don't know. I don't trade it a lot. All right, so everything's opening, as we can see here. And gold is just, I don't know. It's crossing the box without any place for me to have joined in. So I'm going to have to skip that trade for the day, which is too bad because that box is $2,000 cross. It's a $2,000 cross in gold today. This box right here. This box cross is $2,000 today. And it didn't give me a chance to get it. It just never gave me an entry. But it did it. And watch, it'll get it's going to be exhausted right here, because for those that chased it on up, that's where their target is. What I would like to see, well, I was going to say in gold, part of the problem with gold right now is our red line is down at the bottom of the box. So there's a pretty good size gap here. So, because what I was going to say, what I'd like to see gold do is come up, create space, and sit on top of the box for a long. I just don't know that that's going to happen here and be too rewarding with this red line way the hell down here still. But I'm going to pay attention to that. Because I'm certainly not going to be trading any equities for a while. Certainly not going to be trading any equities for a while. Yeah, it's through the box. But it may be suckering people, crude junkie. Because it is a long ways from its red line. Which means it's for a 1 minute chart, it's pretty heavily oversold. Or overbought, I mean. Pretty heavily overbought right now. It needs to retrace and build some energy back up. The interesting part about gold moving as much as it is the fact that oil's not moving at all. Yeah, so junkie, to go back on what you're saying, what I would anticipate more than this running off the top, based on, what we're looking at here, is I would prefer it to come inside, create space, hit the bottom of the top of the box, and then rotate back down to its red line, crossing the box. I would prefer that situation. Because right now, man, it's like I said, it's $2,000 a contract overbought from the red line. $2,000 a contract right now. It's even more than $2,000 a contract. Just pretty hefty elevation to hold up. And a lot of times that's when they're trapping people. They're trapping the the FOMA people. All right, so oil has finally decided to do something. It has broken through the bottom of the box off its mid band. I mean, it's certainly not a tradable event for me. I mean, I'm this was not a tradable event, but it did from the moment it closed its box, which is here, it came up, hit that mid band, and fought its way back down. So it's finally picked a side to go out of. So I'm going to pay attention to it in case it decides to go back inside that box and go long, or that it creates space, hits the bottom of that box, and goes short. That's what I'm looking for over there. Jesus Christ. Morning, Bruce. The hell, people. Okay, I'm on
my automatic lights stopped working in Fusion, so I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
So and then I cleaned out the Fusion on the escape.
All right, I want to show you guys something here. Again, let's just, while we're waiting. So I drew this line right here a while ago on gold. By the way, this works for any of these instruments. But I said, because the pattern is for those who follow my strategies, once you get over the box, let it sit, you take the long. But I specifically said we're $2,000 per contract away from the red line. Therefore, this rotation is going to have a really, really, really hard time making profit because we're way overbought on the short term. When you leave the red line a long ways behind, you're either way overbought or way oversold. And look what happened. See? So that's another little trick. It doesn't work all the time, but it's another little trick of, like, you know, how to avoid potential losing trades, versus, improving your probability of trades. Because you got to remember, the market only has so much energy in it. It took a lot of energy for it to go from here to here. Okay. If this thing's lagging way behind because it was outside the box, you're asking the market to do a lot by continuing this rotation up until time passes and all the moving averages come and help support price. Which is exactly why I didn't take this long, even though it met all the other rules of, hey, shit, we crossed over, sat on top. Hell, even had inside candles, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, boom. Frickin' oil didn't give me any trades either. Man, it's like none of these things are giving me setups. It's not giving me any setups, man. Pissing me off. Right now, getting a little frustrated. Now, beautiful setup, of course, was the pre-market 5-minute gold line. We talked about it ad nauseum at the beginning of this video. Beautiful setup. Those of you trading in a prop firm, if you hit that trade and you got $400 out of it or whatever, I'd be done. Remember, tomorrow, for those of you that are not in the United States, tomorrow is yet another government-created holiday for the government employees to do less than they already do, which is fucking nothing. So tomorrow is another government holiday that they created so that they can work even less than they already do, which I find almost impossible that you could work less than they already do. But anyways, so we won't be trading tomorrow. And that may mean for traders, they may not even be trading today. Matter of fact, and if they're not trading, it's kind of hard for us to get the rotations and the push and the pull and that kind of stuff. It's in the description of the video. It's in the description of the video. Indicator Trader. It's not my indicator. It's made by Snow Invest. And there's a link in the video of how to get to it. Now, I mean, again, I don't want some of this stuff I'm going to say after the fact. Of course, I didn't say this after the fact. I called this. I said this is not going to work. But after the fact, if I was paying more attention to what's going on, when this inside candle formed, knowing they need to pull it down, this is where I would have entered for a short. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm too busy talking about all the other instruments. That would have been exactly. See this, because I'm not defending anything. So look at this inside candle. We're inside the bottom, inside candle. We, again, going back to the premise that I talked about right here, that you've got to bring it back so it can build energy up if it's even going to go long. Well, there's no better place than right here. You have an inside candle. Your stop is 89. Your entry is 87, 86, 7. Boom. There's your trade. And it should come back down to here. But I didn't take it. You caught the GC short? All right, good for you, Earl. I'm too busy talking. I should have had that trade. That's my bad. I should have had that trade. That was a beautiful that inside candle gave it away, man. That inside candle. I'm not risking anything. Shit, man. That trade became to target is $1,000 trade. To target is $1,000 trade. Because your target should be the prior day close or the prior day open minimum. That's $1,000. That's $1,000 from here. Your target should be minimum this static line right here. That's $1,000 trade. That's $1,000 trade. And you just had to wait and understand what's happening up here and why it's happening up here. Because this elephant, the real elephant, is way the hell down here. And that's where they need to go. I talk about this. Let me talk about this while we're sitting here. I tell you guys, when you're trading, you want price to come to the moving average. You don't want the moving average to come to price. And this is a perfect example where price came to the moving average. You want price coming to the moving average. You don't want the moving average coming to price. What do I mean by that? If price is going east-west, the moving average ultimately comes to price. That's not a tradable event. Not a tradable event. Because just because the moving average shows up to the party isn't going to automatically push price in your favor. But if price comes to the moving average, it's because they did it intentionally. This is intentional. These are the sharks in the freaking tank. Now, personally, I still think they're going all the way down to here because they want to cross the box. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And that's a $2,000 trade if they do that. And you can literally put your stop right here and defend it. You can just be following the back of these freaking candles. Because that's over $1,000 right there. And remember, I explained that right here. Of course, I missed the trade. I get that. But I explained what was happening here. Price cannot run away from the 5-minute red line too far. Each instrument has its own personality on how it deals with the 5-minute red line and how far away it can get and shit like that. Each instrument. Wow. So let me point something out to you. Why did this react like this? Well, because the traders that took this trade, they had their stops following the back of that candle. And what happened? Well, you had price run deliberately to the red line, and the red line rejected it. But this inside candle right here was great. I mean, I got to quit talking and start trading. Anyways, But it's just, you just got to kind of, again, the one thing I cannot do, I can't give you screen time. You have to give yourself screen time. Screen time will create scenarios where you start knowing exactly what's going on. And when you start knowing exactly what's going on, that's when you can take trades and get bigger profits, not just look for immediate like hits, because you can understand what's going on. Kind of like the 5-minute gold line trade we took today in the pre-market. I mean, the deliberateness was there. I knew what was going on. I just had to pick the market I wanted to take the trade in, which ended up being the YM. And I mean, come on, man, I made $400 and some off of it. I should have made about $600-700. But anyways, the point is, if I make $400 and I shut my charts down for the day, because I sat here patiently waited for the setup, I mean, that's a pretty good week. That's $2,000. And then when you build up the confidence from doing that multiple times, then you can start going from $400 a day to say $800 a day, to the point, kind of like I am. I try keep doing this. I try sitting here and doing this stuff until I get $1,000 in a day. And what I have found lately, and I'm going to say it again and 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 again, while this war stuff's been going on, I have found the afternoons are easier for me to make that money. All right. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Come on, go. All right, so let's talk about what happened here. Again, rinse, wash, repeat. Let's talk about what happened here. So I missed this scenario, but we were at the prior day overnight open. Came back over the prior day close, hit that candle. Hit the top of that. When you go from this static line, it tends to roll up, create space, and go to the next static line and then go up. So what did I do? I took the long off this static line because it's going to go in stages. Now I need it to roll up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't knock me out. Just took me out. It may come now and test the static line. So I'm going to pay attention to that. So when price, what they have a tendency to do is if you got a sequence of static lines, this one, and this one, they have a tendency to run to the bottom one when they're coming from say the top, push up, then go to the second one, and in this case, potentially go to the third one, which is the static line, and then roll up. I wasn't confident in the static line as much as I was the fact that they did the prior day open, the overnight open and the prior day close. But if they come back and test this one next, it's like taking steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Ooh, they may come back and just hit the red line again. All right, hold on here. Wow. They are going to cross the box. So remember, they haven't crossed the box yet from the north side. Crossing the box from the north side from here to here. They haven't done it from top to bottom. They did it from bottom to top. So now it looks like they're going to actually do it from top to bottom. Interesting. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't really care. Jesus Christ. Let me look what you're talking about, Ian. Sorry. I'm too busy freaking dealing with people in my text. What about the God damn it. Okay, Ian. I'll take your word for it. I'm glad you like the ES. I'm hoping Gene's back next week. I'm hoping he's just on vacation or something. Thomas got 10 points in the ES with you also, by the way. Thomas, you liking that ES? Afternoon, literally. No, I don't ever trade till 6. That's for sure, or 5. Sorry, 5. It's actually 5. I'd say, I like to look at the market around 11:30 to 12 as they're going into it. As they're going. Now, again, I'm talking about predominantly NQ here when I'm talking about this, but like 11:30 to like 12, and then like say 1 o'clock through to like 3. I like to just kind of keep the chart in front of me and let me do my job, and just kind of, because again, like the trades that like the 5-minute gold line that we took today, you can see you don't have to be staring at your charts. Here's the beauty of the 5-minute red line and the 5-minute gold line and the static lines. You don't have to stare at your charts. You don't. You can just kind of glance over every once in a while and go, "Oh yeah, shit. Here's a 5. Here's a 5-minute red line setting up in the next 10 minutes if price goes from there to there. And then when it does, you just turn and go, hey, ping, long. Shit, I just made $800. Woohoo! Call it a day. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't invest time staring at the charts when I'm looking for 5-minute red lines. I mean, why would I? I don't have to stare at the chart. Because most of the time, price is not near the red line. You know? And look at that fucking gold. You bitch. You bitch. You are a dirty, dirty dog. So it blew box to box, did all this BS up here to get the FOMA people caught in. And I mean, and I was talking about it right here, that this is what I was expecting it to happen. It rotated in, sat here, boom, box to box. Dirty, dirty, dirty dog. Dirty dog. Dirty dog. Good job, Thomas. I love it. I love it. I've preached the ES how many times in this? I've preached it in my YouTube channel. I've preached it on here. If you're struggling to make money, and specifically if you're trading in prop firms, you know, you really need to look at that ES, man. It's giving away 5 and 10 point trades in relatively straight lines every day. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. The RTY did a bottom of the box trade short. Wow. All right. 5-minute gold line. Yeah. Every day. Good job. And Patriot. And by the way, Thomas, I want to point this out. Patriot's been, you know, sitting in this live stream stuff for probably a year now, trading the heck out of oil. I'll give you that, Patriot. And Patriot finally turned his hat around and said, okay, let me trade the ES. And Patriot is now making money every day trading that ES. He started getting serious. Hey, Free. Yeah, Patriot started getting serious. No more screwing around. I sit here, I'm looking at this ES right now, and I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, did I miss a cross the box trade in the ES? Because it's set up. It's set up for it, and I didn't take it. So let's just talk about it. Jesus, criminy Christmas. I'm so busy talking here. So slam down, went through the bottom, rotated up, created space, sat on top of the bottom of the box, never broke the up pivot, and there's your trade. You should be in right here. But this is a swing trade. This is a 40-pointer. This is a 40-point swing trade. But the trade attempt should be from here to there for 40 points. That's a 40-pointer. I completely missed it. Too busy reading the chat. But that is a 40-pointer right there. It's got to get on its horse and go, but it took off from the moment of the entry. See that? From the moment of the entry, you got big green candles. So now these big green candles are support to hold price up. Yeah, ES is pretty stress-free. Well, Jim Park, I mean, I'm not trying to bust your balls, but dude, yeah, when you're trying to learn how to trade, the last thing you should trade is the fucking NQ, and the second to last thing you should trade is gold. And here it goes. It's doing it here. See, look at, see here. The first thrust is here, and then these two candles right here should be support to keep pushing price up. And then now you can put your stop comfortably right here. Again, this is a 40-pointer. It needs to break this pivot right here. This is a 40-pointer if it does it. A 40-pointer. Thank you, Texas Futures Trader. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, if you're new to this, and you're just trying to figure out how to, or if you're not profitable trading, there's so many people sitting in this chat here. The exception being American Patriot, by the way, you are the exception. But there's so many people in this chat right here that have finally listened to me, and they're trading the ES and making money every day. Gene, who I think has been on vacation this week, he has not been in the chat, but Gene is freaking killing it in the ES every day. Bob got another 10 points. Bob got 20 points. Bob, I got 10 points. Bob, I got 20 points. I mean, every day. And he was one of those ones that didn't listen to me. And then he started trading the ES, and he's like, holy shit, this shit works. Yeah, it does. Because the ES is one of the main elephants. This is an elephant, and this is an elephant. And as an elephant, they pretty much dictate what's going on. The NQ just kind of gets caught up in the laundry. The NQ is a lot more exciting and all that good shit. I get that. God, I wish I had seen this trade. Wouldn't it be amazing right now to take a 40-pointer in the ES? I think the most I've ever had in an ES trade was, I know I've had at least a 15-pointer. I'm not sure if I've hit 20 per contract. Gene is a machine, man. And Gene, I think it's because Gene took my advice and kept sitting in this chat room and telling everybody about it, that's why other people started doing it, I think. Because, you know, not like you guys are going to listen to me. You're going to listen to somebody who's struggling and then has built up confidence and doesn't struggle as much anymore. That's who you're going to listen to. I totally get that. I mean, I get that. Okay. So I'm not busting anybody's balls. I'm just stating the fact that I would listen. If I was one of you guys in this live stream, I would listen to what Gene says more than me also. Just like those of you that are experienced, traders, and you are trading gold in the NQ and that kind of stuff, you're going to listen more to what Orville's saying or Jim Racine saying, because they're making money doing this, and they're not me. They're traders that have gone from being not profitable to being profitable routinely. Yeah, exactly. I get it, Thomas. Man, I should have been in that YM short too. God, I'm just screwing the pooch today. All right, Texas futures trader. I don't know about that, Patriot, because I think they're going to cross the box. But you know, I'm not a big mid band trader either. Um, on these charts, I'm definitely more confident in the ranges than the mid bands. But I missed this beautiful. I don't know if anybody took the YM trade, but you know, ching ching, bottom of the box, boom, there it is. And by the way, who did it do it with? It did it with the RTY, and the RTY had two inside candles, and then poof. I mean, picture that. So if you're sitting at home and you got both these charts sitting together, how hard is it to see this setup? They're both doing it at the same time. It's not hard to see that setup. And then hit it, make your $400 or $500 and call it a day. Yeah, I think it was like 35 days, Jim Parker. But you got to remember, back in those days, God dang it, you had to trade 10 days in an eval. You had to trade 10 days. You had to trade 10 days in an eval to pass. And you had to trade 20 days in the PA to get funded. Think about that, Jim Park. So, of course, knowing that I've got this long road to hoe, it was pretty easy to think about it and say, well, shit, I should just trade the ES. I mean, I got a long road to hoe anyways. I might as well trade the ES, you know, because what's the NQ? What good is the NQ going to do for you? If you hit a trade and make $1,000 a day when you got to trade for freaking 20 days just to get paid $1,500. That's after your first 10 days. These prop firms have really made it easier to get funded quicker than they were back in like 2022. Yeah, the good old days. Fuck. You have to trade 10 days. Have to. Just to get your PA. You have to trade 20 days just to get funded. What? This dog is giving up right here. Oh shit. Oh man, Jesus, I gotta quit talking. We're at the prior day open in the RTY. We're at the prior day open in the RTY. I'm going to see if I can catch this long. Prior day open in the RTY. It's got to roll up for me to get in, obviously, which it has not done yet. So far, so safe. Let me see if there's anything below us. Well, the prior day close is way down here. God dang it. Shit, I got my chart stuck again. Let me look at this. Am I still willing to do this? Boy, look at the NQ taking off the mid band. All right, well, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Everybody, I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win it. Come on, baby. Look at that. Who makes $400 in fucking 1 minute? Bam. Bam. Come on, man. Again, it's to identify where are the big green candles going to be? Where are the big red candles? I knew this red candle was going to happen. I wasn't looking at the chart. See, we should have nailed this for 400 plus down and then 400 plus back. Still in it? Go get it, Edwin. Go get it, buddy. And it didn't hurt that while I'm looking at this thing setting up, the NQ's rotating long. That didn't hurt me confidence wise. What a freaking trade, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. What the hell? Should have had this 400, 500 down here and definitely had it here. Should have had this one. I was just too busy talking. So we've had the 5-minute gold line long in the YM today, boom, for over $400. We had this beast right here for $400. I mean, come on, man. And both of them were so easy to see. I don't know how to answer that one because I don't have I'm not ignoring your question about the micros. I don't have an answer because I don't ever trade micros. That's all, you know. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I came into today with very low expectations. If you hadn't noticed the way I've been trading, I came into today with very low expectations because of the fact that, you know, tomorrow is a freaking holiday and, you know, all that kind of crap. Anyways, that was nice little money stealing moment there. This thing is still rotating up over here, this ES. It has not given up across the box. It has not given it up yet. It still has not given it up. I'm telling you, it wants to go here. I can put the email in. Hold on. Let me find it. I can put the email in. I'll put it in, Snow. I can put it in. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so helps so I can find my way back to the channel. There you go. Whoo-wee. So, for those of you that aren't here often, I spent years, and I mean literally years, staring at charts and wondering, why did this green candle happen? Why did this red candle happen? Why? Because I want to be where that's happening. And that's how my strategy was literally created. Over time, I have figured out the behind the scenes shit that makes this happen. The behind the scenes shit that makes this happen. The behind the scenes shit that makes this red line a brick wall. See you, Pooner. Good job, Edwin. Sorry, I wasn't. Good job, Edwin. That became a rotation pivot. That became a rotation pivot. Now, how did he know that this is a rotation pivot spot? I don't know. From staring at charts, for years. Yeah, the ES is going to do what we talked about. Absolutely. It's on its way. Look at it. It's just running. It needed to just get its head through the mid band, find support, and then boom, it's just running. There it goes. Anyways, that's pretty much the trading for today. I mean, I came into today with, like I said, zero expectations. So it's been pleasantly surprising. Pleasantly surprising. All right, so what happened over here? NQ went through the daily high. So it crossed the prior day high, sat here and went long. That's not a bad setup there, really. I wasn't paying attention, but that's a pretty good. We broke the pivot here, created space, sat on the box. Yeah, sat on the prior day high, which again, y'all know this, but that's my favorite static line. My favorite static line is the prior day high or the prior day low. Those are my favorite because, again, daily traders, that's a battle zone. That's a battle zone. It's a big time battle zone to either keep price north of it or keep price south of it. You picked up 10 points on the ES? Man, it's all, I'm going to have the ES police coming and knocking on my door. That's probably what's going to happen to me. I'm going to have the ES police knocking on my door. So this was your down pivot right here that got broken here. So when it sat on the red line, that's your long. The question is it going to go anywhere? That right there is your long. It needs the NQ to start gaining energy again. The ES needs the NQ to gain energy again. So they're both on their 5-minute gold line. Well, they're going through their 5-minute gold line. Holy shit. Now, the good news is you can see the sharks are in the tank. That's because the big candles. We're not in this anymore. So they're seeking support to rotate back long. I think the NQ is going to be the one to take the trade off of. I do. I think the NQ is going to be the one to take the trade off of. If it doesn't make the candle too damn big. Come back down here. Come on. Come on. Ah, shit. It's going to run away on me. All right, the NQ is about to get an inside candle, hopefully. Okay, we've gone through the bottom of this inside candle. Wow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wow. All right. Well, shit. Okay. The sharks are definitely in the tank. They are definitely, these candles right here are definitely shark infested waters. I'm just not sure where the rotations are going to be. Definitely shark infested waters. So we've broken this up pivot here. See this pivot rotation here to the high? So that's not a good sign for the longs. This dot pattern that brought us to the high has been broken to the downside. So that's not a good sign for the longs. Oh, Jesus, Bob. All right. Like I said, not a good sign for the longs. That's what kept me out of that. We broke the major pivot that brought price to the recent high that the rotation back to the red line came from. Okay, this is the swing that the rotation back to the red line came from. When you break that up pivot that brings it to the high that then brings it back to the red line, that's not good for longs. They want a stair step in the same direction. There's a big battle going on right here, though, to either go short or long. And so the candles are too big for me to see. This inside candle right here, it got broken to the bottom and the top. So it actually got that inside candle right there, this purple one, got broken through the top and through the bottom. There's a big battle going on right here. The ES is showing signs of going short, which is not helping the NQ. I think the NQ wants to go long, but the ES isn't helping. Huh. Jesus. So see, we're stuck. The ES is in a pattern because it's below its red line. Broke this up pivot right here. It's in a pattern to go short. The NQ is trying to go long. They're both on the wrong side of the 5-minute red line together. So that's why I'm not jumping in with either one of them. Damn it. Shit. Sucks. Sucks. Because the deliberate move down for both of them was a sign of, what we need. North, south. We're looking for north, south movements. Just neither one gave us a spot for rotation that I would even remotely feel confident with. Now they're both to the long side again. So if I can get a rotation back to support on either one of them, I'll be looking for a long, because they're both to the long side now. But I am frustrated right now based on what I'm looking at, because I had no place to get in. Have a good weekend, Bruce. Nice long weekend. Congrats on your day. Congrats on your day. Yeah, Navy guy. Frustrating right here. God dang it. I just had no point of reference for a trade here on either one of these. And the RTY and the YM are just stuck. They're not doing anything. Yeah, I had a pretty good week, Bruce. Same to you, though. Had a pretty good week. Got punched in the head a couple times. Yesterday, I got punched in the head. But okay. Maybe. All right, maybe. Now we're getting some pullback here. I might be looking for a long right here in the NQ off the top of the prior day high. The pullback is getting a little too deep for me, though. Yep. Yeah, that pullback's too deep. All right. Need this to come back further now. Both of these coming to minimum the gold line would be nice. Minimum the gold line would be nice. Good job, Edwin. Yeah. Man, I think I'm done. Even this trade here, it's into the bottom of the prior day high. I mean, I don't want to do that. I really wanted it to come back to this red line right here is what I wanted it to do, but it's because I'm too close to this prior day high. If I'm trading from here to here, that's good. But if I'm trading from here to here, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah, like unlike the pre-market trade that we had and the RTY trade that I had later, like things are not lining up together. This whole situation right here showed that. These freaking candles crisscrossing each other down here, that showed things were not lining up. I like it when it lines up because then I know where the bulk of the money's going, one direction or the other. And I just kind of go along for the ride. This prior day high, we're now inside it. I mean, pattern wise, this is a short. If everything else lines up, well, the ES is trying to go long. So I don't want to take this short either. It's like, shit, I'm just kind of stuck. If this prior day high wasn't there, I would be in this trade right now. Yep. If this prior day high was not right there, I'd be in this trade right now. Because the setup wise, it was good setup. I mean, both the ES and the NQ agreed with each other. Rotation, all that kind of stuff that crossed the red line, blah, 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 cross the 1 minute gold line, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, both of them are working, but I can't take that trade into the bottom of that line. I just can't do it. So now, what I am still hoping for is this thing to rotate back in and sit on top of this prior day high and then go long. That is what I'm hoping for right now. The sharks to enter the tank, drive this damn thing back to there, and then let us go. But I don't know. Yeah. My dogs and my cat, they leave the room when I start yelling at my computer. You can see them get up and inch their way out of the room. Damn NQ just wanders off. NQ, you're pissing me off, man. You just wandered off on me. I mean, that damn prior day high being in my way just kept me from taking a very good trade. Price action wise, it was beautiful. Beautiful setup. Beautiful setup. But now that we're way up here, this pullback really only has to go to here and then long. So if we get a scenario where it goes from here back to here and consolidates and run, then I'll try that long. Now, I would prefer that it slides back to here and then goes. That's what I would prefer. Gives me more room to the high, that kind of stuff. I would prefer that. My guess is the market would prefer this one too, because we've crossed that prior day high and didn't test it. So even if you catch this long off the top of the box, there's still going to be a mindset of a lot of traders that we need to test the top of that freaking line to actually go long. But I'm just looking to make a few bucks here and see what we can do. So I'll take either one. Mindset wise, I think they want to do the one at the bottom. The bigger traders. They want this one right here. But I'm willing to take either one that snaps right now. No. Go. Yeah, go. Come on, go down. Come on, NQ, go down. Go down. Go down. There you go. Go down. There you go. All right. Let's go. Come on. Go down. Down to the prior day high. Come on. Shit. God, I gotta do it. Shit. Come on. That's, God dang it. This is what I didn't want them to do, is to suck me in early. Go. Come on. Come on. Go. Go. Why is the ES going and not you? I'm just going to get knocked out. Yeah, there we go. I'm done. I'm break even. All right, so I'm out at even. I still think this is where they want to go. That's my opinion. I've said that from the beginning. I do think they want to clean it. Like I said, even if this goes up, I don't know that we're going to get here, because the mindset is to always test your major levels, your prior day high and your prior day long once you cross them. Is to test the top of them, to do your pullback to here. See you later, Nikki. All right. We're going to get it. All right. Come on, baby. Be nice. This will be at its mid band, hopefully at the same time this is here. This is going to be my last scenario for the day, and then I'm going to call it a day for the weekend. All right. We either get there and make it happen, or we don't. If you roll up from here, I'm going to literally scream. This has busted my pattern right here for now, unless we come back down to here, because there's nothing here. Are you really going to roll up from there? That's incredible. That is incredible. That is truly incredible. Okay. This will be the second time NQ has left me at the station. This will be the second time if it does it right now. If it keeps rolling up, this will be the second time it has left me at the station. It left me at the station here. Come on, NQ. Pull back. Pull back to the prior day high. There you go. Come on. There you go. All right. Come on, man. Do it. Let's go. There you go. All right. Come on. Jesus. Oh. If this rolls up right here, I'm going to call it a day. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day. I just can't find. I can't find an edge to get in for the NQ today, so I'm going to call it a day. Anyways, I'm up right at $1,000 for the day. Pre-market, I had a red line trade in the NQ. Pre live stream, all that stuff. I had in the live stream, I had a YM that did really well, long, and I had an RTY that did amazingly well. Amazingly well. Also, everybody have a good weekend. Remember, it's Father's Day this weekend. So, for those of you that have a father around and in your life, you're fortunate. And don't forget to call them and or talk to them and or whatever. My daughter is taking care of me for Father's Day weekend. What a beautiful daughter. She's taking me to see Hank Williams Jr. Saturday night outdoors in Raleigh. Hey, my daughter knows my taste. So anyways, we're going to go do a concert Saturday night for Father's Day. Everybody have a good day. I will talk to you later.